And now, the Sunday League Pundits, presented by Uber One.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sunday League Pundits, presented by Uber One. It is myself, Liam, and Brett, the two of us here today. But before we get into things, we must talk about something. Uber One is a membership that helps you save on Uber Eats, Uber Rides, and everything in between. It comes with unlimited $0 delivery, 5% off Uber Eats, and 5% off Uber Rides. It's honestly a fantastic deal for you. Join Uber One today and get your first month free. Visit uber.com/Uber1 for details. That's Uber One O-N-E. Check out Uber One. Welcome to the Sunday League Pundits, presented by Uber One, of course. It's like I said, it's myself, Liam, and Brett today.
Oh,
it's a long week.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
It's been a long day for the night for the channel.
Yeah,
we were live on twitch.tv/the 90th minute official this morning early, doing our FIFA 23 career mode series live. So if you haven't seen that, you need to check us out on YouTube and on Twitch to get involved in that series, because it's a good series. 6-man career mode challenge. And we're here late at night doing this. I bought a car in between.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't buy the car. My girlfriend bought the car, but I was there doing it. So there was a long day.
The episode came out yesterday too, on Saturday.
Yes, it did.
So.
Yeah, on YouTube. So, but yes, it's another episode of our weekly podcast, and it's yet another week of Manchester United bullshit.
We're gonna start there. Hey, yeah. A lot of people given the piss almost, or taking the piss.
Taking the piss a little bit.
We'll start with that one, I guess, because there's a lot coming out of that one.
There's a lot of drama going around the Premier League in general right now, but Manchester United just cannot stay out of headlines.
It's funny. That game, obviously, 1-1 draw to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. If you bet on it being a draw, well, you'd probably be the most boring person ever, because it has the most amount of draws out of any tie in, I believe, English football, like at the top flight. So you're a real safe better. But you probably didn't get, or probably guess or bet that it was going to, both goals come after the 85th minute.
The 87th minute and then the 94th minute. I mean, you also probably wouldn't have guessed that it was Casemiro scoring the goal for United.
Yeah, and the scenes, the absolute scenes afterwards. And people are going, oh, it's a draw. Why are you celebrating?
It's still a good result for United. Yeah. I mean, Chelsea's a solid club. I mean, like I say, away at Stamford Bridge, it's something you need to be okay with it, honestly. And in the fashion that you got it, where maybe you didn't play the best 90 minutes.
I don't think that at all. I think they were the better team. Oh, yeah, they were the better team for sure.
You had possession, 52% possession. 13 shots to Chelsea's 6. So, yeah, statistically, maybe, you were definitely the better team on the day. The headlines, of course, are no Cristiano. He was left at home. There's reports now that him and Ten Hag are not even speaking anymore.
What?
They're absolutely past speaking.
Where did you get that?
On the news.
Manchester United. Who reported this?
People's person.
Okay, rest my case.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Like, no, that's not happening at all. Because I'm pretty sure they have both been vocal as to realizing their roles. So,
I think Cristiano Ronaldo has to realize that he's just not in the plan. He's not in Ten Hag's system, not in the plans. For whatever reason, he's not going to be the guy. He had a fairy tale wish of coming back, being the guy, finishing 2 or 3 seasons, going off into the and having a great time. That's not going to be. So he has to look elsewhere. First team football. Ten Hag has to realize it's Cristiano Ronaldo. The guy is going to dominate headlines. He's going to dominate respect. Going to demand greatness from his teammates, but Ronaldo has not been great himself.
No, but at the same breath, or in the same breath, I think Manchester United would have won that match and scored the opportunities that they had in the first half with Ronaldo. They would have had a genuine target man there, and I know you sit there and you go, oh, yeah, but he hasn't done that all season. You got to go game to game, right?
He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net.
And Jadon Sancho was horrendous.
In our group chat, Brett was not a fan of Jadon Sancho.
I genuinely, I think I shed a tear when Fred came on. Federico! That's my boy.
Had a huge midweek.
Yeah. I love Federico, bro. But I think as well, hand in hand with the Ronaldo comment with Sancho, is that if you put Rashford wide, who again had, I don't want to say banging game, but or even influential, but he was there making plays. He was there in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Involved. There you go. That's a good word. I think if he was out on that left side, he would probably be swinging more into the middle anyways. Well, I guess if you have Luke Shaw on that left side, Luke Shaw is going to pump into the middle either way. But then you can interchange those two on the wings. But then you just watch some of the passes and you just go, what are you doing?
I thought I was able to watch a little bit of the game. I thought you were sloppy. I thought you didn't seem coherent.
Yeah, but I don't know. Fair. I think sloppy, especially in the final third. We were so saying so close.
You were one final product away from a goal, which I do think Ronaldo does score.
I do too. I 100%.
But at the end of the day, so 87 minutes go by, 0-0. Cagey affair almost kind of thing, back and forth, big battle. And you made a substitution that didn't pay off. Scotty McTominay comes on, gives away a penalty. I like Scotty Mac.
Yeah.
Kind of dumb.
It's an error. It's an error in a hard-fought match. I'm okay with it. I hate Broja. I hate him. Yeah. Every time he's so smug, he's so cocky for a guy who is positionally and organizationally, I should say, behind Christian Pulisic on the depth chart. So we move. Anyways, you saw it coming. You could see.
Yeah, you could.
It was so funny because I saw him laying on the ground, and I'm like, I fucking knew it, because him and McTominay were getting into it at the start of right before that corner, or was it a free kick or a corner?
It was a corner.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a corner. Yeah, and as soon as he went down, I knew. But it was a penalty.
It was a penalty. It was a clear penalty. McTominay was dumb, wrapped him up, brought him down. Penalty's a penalty, and the man that is Jorginho steps up. I loved how Bruno Fernandes pulls David De Gea aside. He talks for like, listen, you're gonna dive this way. I know him. I still. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, let the guy do his thing. He's been in the Premier League for like a decade.
Yeah,
now.
It's also Jorginho. Yeah, everybody and their mother knows what Jorginho is doing. You know who also does the exact same thing that Jorginho does?
The step up.
Bruno.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The thing is, I was watching it, and I said to myself, I said, okay, I'm David De Gea. You can study all the tapes, whatever. Genuinely, I think I would try to wait.
Yeah. Easier said than done, but yeah.
It is, but like, Jorginho does not hit his penalties with a same amount of pace and power behind. Places them. So could you, in theory, wait for that ball to be struck and then dive? Maybe by that time it's too late. Maybe, although he's not smashing it home, it's still moving. It's still traveling.
At least, because the method of the madness for Jorginho's penalty. He's
a very good penalty taker.
Yeah, exactly. But it's to see and to bait the keeper into making their first
Yeah.
move. And like you said, then he just goes and places it. He could go and have a steak dinner,
Yeah.
and then he could still place it and score. My thing is instead of waiting, obviously, and I'm not a keeper. We'll see that in our football IRL video. That's going to
Coming
be
up soon.
Yeah, breaking news actually. But you can't wait until it's struck because it will be too late. And again, it's Jorginho; he'll place it. But you know what he's gonna do. You can at least wait out and try and again. There's got to be footage on where he's going in his knees during that hop or after that hop or whatever. So you have to wait out the hop and then go, not go on contact, but you have to wait out the hop. But
it was a penalty, and I mean, I struggle to blame goalkeepers for penalties in terms of saving them. It's one of the toughest things in the sport.
Oh yeah,
to be 12 yards down and have to stop this shot.
I was watching a Tifo video, and they were saying, I believe it was 80+%, something over 80% of penalties go in. I think it was 80 or 78.
And they
or
want there's talks of kickback to the 18-yard line because it's gone. It used to be kind of not 50-50, but it used to be kind of be more close, and now it's just swung all the way. Penalty.
Yeah, and do you remember like for a season when they were like, oh, if you come off the line, you have to do it again.
Yeah.
And then they haven't done it. I haven't seen once this year where they're like, oh, you know what? You were off.
I'm pretty sure it happened in the Celtic game this weekend.
Stop it.
Oh, VAR is now in Scotland, and anarchy ensued.
Yes.
To the point of there was former referees taking to Instagram to question the legitimacy of the VAR calls.
Really?
Wild. We'll get to that later. We will.
Yeah.
So you're 1-0 down, going into injury time, 94th minute.
Which after the penalty, I vocally said, I hate this team. Why do I cheer for this team?
Fair enough. The man that is Casemiro, the legend that is of the game, the man who's won so much, steps up. Huge goal for him. This is his first United goal.
Yeah. And
the emotion and the passion that he had with the celebration with the away fans in the United side were fantastic.
Yeah.
It was a great thing to watch, and he loved that moment. You could tell.
Yeah, and you've seen it the last couple of matches from Casemiro. I forget which one it was. I think it was Tottenham, the last match against Tottenham. And we scored a late one, and he just gets down on his knees. And then same with Lisandro Martinez after the Liverpool match when he's smacking the ground. That shows the scouting.
A little bit of passion.
Exactly. It shows the recruitment. It shows that, oh shit, we actually brought in the right guys. And it's I'm saying this with a smile on my face because I'm just thinking of Paul Pogba and everything around that.
There definitely is. There has been an amount of names that have come through United in the past decade that were there because they were paid, not because they're going to United to win.
Mm-hmm.
It shows. And I think there is still names maybe on that roster today that are there for a paycheck, not a victory. We'll wait and see what plays out with that. Yeah. But I think the culture is changing slowly. And that was match 2. And a lot of people, again, we were mentioning earlier how people were going, oh, it's just a draw, blah, blah, blah. This is, first of all, a match between two clubs that are, I believe 5 and 6, or 5 and 6. Chelsea in fifth, right? United in 6th. 1 point.
Who's in 4th?
Newcastle.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
We'll get to them later.
Exactly. I didn't realize that. But yeah, there you go. So and that's a match that if Chelsea win, they go up by, I believe it would have been 4.
They would have gone into 4th.
And so that's a big, first of all, you're taking away 3 points from Chelsea, taking away 3 points at home while away. But for Chelsea at home, that they just scored the goal, like you said, in the 87th minute, like it's an important goal. It really is an important goal.
Now, you're saying all this with a smile on. I want to rewind though. To the 1 hour mark.
Okay.
There was an injury.
Oh, yeah.
Rafael Varane comes off the pitch, and you can clearly see what's going through his mind. The simple fact, he has picked up an injury. We still don't know how severe, but we are weeks away from a World Cup. It is looking like Rafael Varane may not be making the World Cup.
Yeah, I genuinely am devastated.
It's devastating for any footballer who is your country has qualified. Okay, yes, Varane is French. He's already won the World Cup. You know, it's a big nation. But for any country who has qualified for a World Cup and then you are available and then you would have gone and been selected, but now you're injured. Heartbreaking.
Yeah, and he knew it too. He knew it right away, and it's so. When I see injuries, I not love to watch, but what I watch for is obviously the emotion of the player, and you can really tell the emotion of a player through their eyes, or anybody through their eyes. And he stands up and his face is covered. Right, they finally get that shot of him, and it's him obviously saying, no, I don't want the stretcher, but you just see the tears streaming down his eyes, and an absolute class act of the game, and just a class player as well. And you just sit there, and a beautiful, beautiful footballer, just somebody that you miss to watch in general, never mind for the World Cup, and just such a devastating injury too, just such an ugly step.
Hopefully, it's not as bad as it looks. Maybe he still is capable of making that squad. We'll see. Every week now, double, triple checking Canadian national.
Yeah,
I'm going. It takes one injury to derail this country. Boy.
Well, remember we held our breath for Fonzie.
Yeah, Alfonso Davies. But let's move on from Manchester United. Like I said, so 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge. He's not here. Lucas, my boy. Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0. That is 8th place Liverpool versus 20th place Nottingham Forest.
Well, not 20th anymore.
20th.
Oh, they are 20th.
They're still 20th.
Really?
Goal difference keeps them down there.
Oh, the goal difference. The good old goal difference. Was it you that guessed goal difference for somebody? I think it was for Fulham.
I said Fulham would stay up on goal difference.
Yeah, no. Yeah, hey, I'm all the way here for it, obviously. I missed the match, but the fact that since I missed the match, I won't be able to give so much of a breakdown per se, but so this is mostly going to be banter. But the fact that Liverpool lost to Randy Orton is the funniest thing of my weekend.
By Randy Orton, you mean Mr. Dean Henderson?
Dean Henderson
in his cap and all.
He was wearing his cap. He was wearing his
cap. You know, I look at this starting 11 for Nottingham Forest, and it's not a terrible team. I mean, you got Nico Williams at left back,
which I love.
McKenna and Steve Cook center backs. You got Serge Aurier at right back. He comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Brian Yates, Remo. I
like him.
That
He's
guy,
my favorite.
And Czech Kouyaté is in midfield. Gibbs White, Jesse Lingard, and Taiwo Iwoni.
It's such a ragtag group. Like, such a weird group of players.
I saw the greatest stat in the history of the world. So, Taiwo Iwoni, or whatever I have pronounced, scored the goal for Forest.
Right.
He is the second player ever to score a goal versus Liverpool who have the letters YNWA in their last. First one, Victor Wanyama. I go to myself, who found this stat?
Yeah, legitimately.
Who did the math? I said, yep, second ever. You'll never walk alone, baby.
How could you? You would have to go back.
You have to find every goal scorer. I don't know. Someone somewhere did that.
And then every time that Liverpool got scored on, you'd have to go, oh, W?
I mean, I guess it's not common to have a W and a Y. in your last name, I guess.
I don't know. There's Victor Wembanyama. That was.
Victor Wanyama.
Yep. That's where I
Bam,
want
bam.
to
Thank you, man.
go. We're moving on. Yeah, no, and hey, the fact that Liverpool can go from, I don't want to say outclass in City, good match against City, beat City, to this.
And I look at the Liverpool starting 11, and it's okay. It's okay. You're starting Carvalho, Jones, Elliott, Milner. Are those really Liverpool starters? I don't think so.
3 of them. 2 of
Fabinho
them.
had a terrible game. He got the lowest rating on the. Actually, that's a lie. Carvalho got a 2.5 rating. But
That's why he's at
Fabinho,
Sunderland.
as far as I heard, Fabinho was terrible. He was just off the page.
I've heard a lot. Well, and that's what. I don't know if it's so much off the pace, but it's something that even Lucas has been mentioning. I think he's just playing the wrong role right now.
I think just systems are not working right now.
Yeah. And that whether that's because they don't have enough players to be there right now because of injuries, because of transfers or whatever. But
you look at like statistics, and statistics do not shit. Liverpool had 75% possession. They had the same amount of shots on target, though. Really, they had 691 passes. Nottingham Forest 227.
wow.
But really, what does that matter? Okay, you had possession, you had control. What did you do with it?
Exactly.
You know, okay, you had 7 shots on target. Why is your finishing so poor? You're Liverpool. You are the club that is going for the title, is going for Champions League. Why are you not converting 1 out of 7 chances?
Well, and look what their big marquee signing was this summer.
Out injured.
Is he?
Wasn't in the 11.
But I mean, but that still goes along with the scoring. Is you spent X amount of money, a lot of dollars. Well, not dollars. I always do that.
Pound.
A lot. Hell, a pound. No, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. You put a lot of money on Darwin Núñez and for him to come in and score goals, and he scored the last couple of games.
He's slowly getting going, but he is still young, but he's a lot of money to put up for a goal scorer when Erling Haaland's coming in.
It's inconsistent, and honestly, I'd say inconsistency is the one thing for him.
In Liverpool's downfall.
Yeah.
They can put 7 past Rangers, but you can't score 1 versus Nottingham Forest. Happy watching that game.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
I love Rangers.
Oh, really?
Results coming today, boys. I can feel it. This is an all British battle. We are the British team. We're gonna go out. We're gonna show them what we can do. When they scored the first goal, they were feeling it. They were going, no.
Yeah. No.
Let's move on though. We talked about Erling Haaland. Let's talk about him quickly. Manchester City 3-1 over Brighton Hove Albion. Of course, Erling Haaland does what he does and scores 2 goals.
What?
Crazy. It's honestly, didn't expect it.
I didn't.
So currently, Premier League, 17 goals, 3 assists in 11 matches.
That's insanity, bro.
It's dumb. He has the same amount of goals Harry Kane had last season.
That's crazy too.
And Harry Kane, I don't know if you've heard, good goal scorer.
Is he?
I think.
Intriguing. In fact, I did hear that.
7 goals in the legit. We're not even at the halfway point. Is he getting 40?
Yeah.
He's gonna have a month break.
Yeah.
in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
To relax.
Yeah, as well
go
everybody.
farm.
Yeah, well, oh yeah.
He likes to farm.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were making a farmers league joke.
No.
But
No, he left one of those and he's now making this one his.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going, hey, I like a farmers league. Welcome to the Premier League.
And then he left the farmers league, and now that league is no longer a farmers league.
He's turning the Champions League into the farmers league.
Yeah.
5 goals in 3 games.
You just you genuinely sit there and you go, how can you stop it? Because you can't. It's Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden, Rodri, anybody, Cancelo, anybody can throw a ball to him. And those last 2 players aren't even massive ball movers, like passers. But you just find the big 6'7" Norwegian guy.
And he's fast.
What is he going to do?
He's just, if you're making, like I said this when he was at Dortmund. I said, if you were going onto FIFA and making a goal scorer, you're making him.
Yeah.
Tall, pacey, strong, good finishing, could use his head, use both feet.
Blonde. Yeah.
But it's like you said, so this starting 11. Okay, I mean, I still think, I genuinely still think this back line is not perfect. João Cancelo is great.
Yeah.
But then you have Laporte, Diaz, and Akanji. Good. I don't know where Akanji came. That transfer, I just came out of nowhere one day.
Wait, what? Sorry, can you say that one more time? Laporte?
Eric Laporte?
Yes.
Ruben Dias?
Yes.
And Akanji.
So what are they playing? A back 3?
They play back 4 because they had Cancelo as well. I don't know.
So what? Akanji's
playing right back.
What?
Because this team just doesn't care. Pep Guardiola doesn't care.
Oh, we lost Zinchenko. Here's Akanji.
Because he had John Stones.
Bro, Nathan Ake makes more sense.
He had Stones and Ake on the bench. Just doesn't give a shit. He has Sergio Gomez, who could play at left back. Put Cancelo at right back.
Yeah.
No, doesn't care. Pep Guardiola, the weirdest man of all time. Did you see his outfit? He's wearing like blue, like light blue torn jeans and like a green sweatshirt. This is a different gravy.
Yeah,
he's a different gravy, man. A different gravy. But then you move forward. Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and you had Mars and Grealish, and Erling.
How about all this discourse around Grealish and Almiron? Eh?
What? I don't understand.
I don't know.
So I saw because Almiron scored.
Yes.
And I saw Jack Grealish get outside. And I was like, what is this? I don't understand the references.
So I don't understand where the initial thing came from, but what it also came from initially as well is on their championship, their parade, during their parade last year. There's a video that it comes out of Grealish, Bernardo Silva, and somebody else. I don't remember who it was. But Grealish is in the middle and he goes, Almiron, and says something like that. I don't know why. So they must have had some sort of beef or something during the season or in the game. Again, something that goes over my mind. Please let us know, because I am so lost to it. But since then, he has scored 1 goal. Or this month, I believe it's been 1 goal, and Almiron's had 6.
Oh, again, I say 100 million. Race.
I don't fucking understand that anymore.
Talking about Almiron really quickly, did you see the video of him and Nick Pope? He's walking into St. James's Park. And he goes, Nick Pope.
Yes.
And then Nick Pope goes, "What's up, lad?" And it's the cleanest high five you ever.
Really
perfect connection.
big
it's just so good. And then Nick Pope has to duck to go through the doorway.
Yeah, I did see it.
Because the man's 18 feet tall, slender man coming through here.
I love how they bought into that Nick Pope thing,
I love Nick Pope.
Yeah,
But even today, so we were watching the Newcastle game, me and my dad. My dad goes, this young kid's good. I go, he's 30.
Yeah.
He's not young. Everyone thinks he's 12, but he's not.
Right? Exactly. Fuck, man.
Let's finish yesterday. Well, the Saturday. What day is
Sunday.
Saturday.
But Monday, this is coming out. Inception.
Everton got a 3-0 victory at Crystal Palace. Big victory. Big win for Frank Lampard. Palace
has been quiet this year. Well, maybe the last couple of weeks is a better way to put it. But
Palace are currently sitting in 12th. Everton are in 11th. They are tied on points, just on goal difference.
Hold the fucking phone. Wait. I just had an epiphany.
Okay.
Remember when, way back when, at the start of the season, we were doing our predictions, and I was like, "Oh, I've got something crazy," and it was supposed to be Crystal Palace in like the top 6 or something like that. But I messed it up, and I put Palace at 9.
Good.
And Newcastle
In the top,
yeah,
or like top 5, 6 kind of thing. Yes, you could be onto something here.
Holy shit!
Palace are 12th, and yeah, Newcastle are up to 4th. The best defensive team in the league.
Newcastle.
Wow.
And I think that Alexander Isak signing gave them something extra. Give them something extra in the attacking game.
Well, let's get into that one because they had a huge result this week.
2-1
over Spurs. Callum Wilson scored a very controversial goal, but it's a goal. Don't even come at me with a goal. You touched the goal. Hugo Lloris, look out your box. You little fucking macaroon. Stay in there. And you know what? I don't even like Hugo Lloris. I don't think he's a good goalkeeper.
I get that vibe from you.
Give me Fraser Forster. Much better.
Okay, we move.
He's their backup keeper.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. And Almiron does score after that to make it 2-0 before Harry Kane scores in the second half to make it 2-1. That's how it does end. If I'm not wrong, it was Antonio Conte's post-game interview said we needed time, we need the right players, and I need money. And I was like, okay, did you not have money? You signed some okay players that transfer window.
Richarlison. Who else?
Perisic.
Oh yeah, Perisic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck. Who else did they bring in? Not Royale was the year before, no.
It was some weird. I believe that's what his post game interview was along those lines. But to talk about Newcastle, the best defensive team in 4th, 20 goals scored, 10 against. They're just doing the job.
Yeah.
They're just simply doing the job. Every match day, they're coming out and they're getting results. I mean, so if we look through the previous few in Newcastle, 2-1 versus Tottenham. You had a 1-0 win versus Everton, 0-0 versus United, 5-1 versus Brentford, 4-1 versus. They're just doing the job.
Yeah.
They're coming out, they're scoring goals, they're moving. They lost to Liverpool, which was a great game. I remember that one. Drew City.
Drew City. Yes.
3-3.
Yeah, I forgot about that one too. Eddie Howe just doing a job.
Eddie Howe got some good players in, the right system. They looked good end of last season. And then when they rose up the table, they looked good. They were buying into it. Now this year they're flying right now.
And it wasn't done with the Neymar to Newcastle's, you know. It weren't those. They didn't just throw money at players. They brought in the right guys, right?
I mean, literally, their first signing as the world's most expensive club would.
Yeah.
And then you saw signings like Dan Burn, and Trippier was a good signing. Definitely was. Nick Pope, I thought was a great sign.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Also, to go back just really quickly to the players that I was thinking of for Tottenham, Basuma.
Yeah, Basuma. Yeah, definitely.
Basuma and Jed Spence. Jed Spence. I really like too.
Jed.
Yeah.
Trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
Antonio Conte's hairpiece walked away. I can't see.
Just some Italian scripture on the wall. Just something about getting better or something like that.
Run, bitch.
Bella ciao.
Bella ciao, Bella ciao. But yeah, honestly, like, I've been really excited for Newcastle this year. I'm impressed with them so far. Will they finish top 4?
No.
I don't think so. But if they can get Europa League football and bring in players worthy of a European club, they have the money to sign them. they can now bring and say, hey, look, we're in the Europa League this year.
Yeah.
You can come to us, and you know what? Next year we're going to be the champions. I think
100%.
the Newcastle experiment is going very well. Top of the table, Arsenal got a 1-1 draw versus Southampton. I know there was a lot of drama with that one, including VAR and referees. Someone, Ralph Hasselhoff, threatened a referee and made him make. I don't know.
Good.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Fulham and Leeds played out a 3-2 game. Fulham getting the winner late in that. No. Fulham were winning. It was Willian, and then Leeds came back.
They were winning 3-0, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they were actually losing.
Were they?
It was 3-1.
Oh, okay, 3-1. There you go. Yeah.
Leeds. I think they're looking for a new coach.
Wow, really?
I think it's time to let Jesse March go.
Already?
How long do you wait?
What do you mean? Wait for what?
In relegation.
Wow.
Sitting 18th, 9 points. I would not enforce on the very bottom.
Are you going to fire another manager? Again? After all the signings that he brought in for his team?
That is the thing. You bring in a coach and you give him transfer. Then just sack him, 6 months down the road kind of thing. It's tough. But at the same time, I go, something's not working here.
You don't think so? I think they're just in a bad slide because I think they had a decent start to the year.
Their recent results: 3-2 loss to Fulham, 2-0 loss to 1-0 loss to Arsenal, 2-1 loss to Crystal, 0-0 versus Villa, 5-2 loss versus 1-1 draw Everton, 1-0 loss to. Their last victory was a 3-0 win against Chelsea in August.
Wow. Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, fair enough. That's not good.
They're definitely on a slide. If that's the case, they're on a slide.
I think that Chelsea outcome or result has really messed with people, including me.
I look at their lineup, and I know they are missing Bamford so much. They're just not scoring the goals required. I mean, Moreno did get a goal. Good for him.
Aronson was doing hot at the start of the year.
Yeah, he's okay. I mean,
well, everybody was talking about him over Pulisic and Sargent.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of people were saying Aronson. Well, maybe I shouldn't say a lot of people, but you know how you have those people who are like, oh, this person's better than this person. Like a lot of people were going, Aronson's the best American player right now. So a lot of praise for him by the start of the year. But
so Leeds are on a slide. A team that actually picked up some form is 4-0 win is Wolves. And what is one of the weird?
Yeah,
because genuinely, Wolves are the better. Wolves had more possession. They had 60 possession. They had 21 shots. 6 on target. Leicester had 5 shots, 4 on target, 4 goals.
Hey,
it doesn't make sense.
That's called taking the most of your.
It 100% does. Goals from Harvey Barnes. Tielemans was a great goal by Tielemans.
Good.
Great goal.
I want Tielemans to get back into form here. I've been so sick of the. I don't want to say discourse, but he's a hell of a player, man.
25.
You see it every time he plays, but then you see him contribute in a goal, and you go, "Oh shit, he is top quality." But the little things he does is fantastic. That he doesn't get noticed for, but B, they just either aren't good enough, or he just doesn't give enough of a shit.
I think there's a little bit of why am I fighting for care about
when I'm gone in 3 months or even 8. Like, he knows he's not going to be there after next summer.
I agree with that.
And people, like, that's the reality of football. You know that's going to happen. But each player deals with it differently. And also, each situation is different, right? Especially when you sit there and you go, wow, this team should be accomplishing so much more, and they aren't. And you just sit there and you go, I'm doing the best that I can, and everything I throw at this isn't Exactly. And so at some point you just have to go, fuck, I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, Leicester have pulled themselves out of relegation. They are 16th now. I think Leicester will. I think they're worthy of a 10th to 13th.
They should. Well,
They should have been higher. They should.
Their goalkeeper, actually, their defense in general just doesn't. But
Wolves are in a tough. Scored 5 goals this season. But again, I say, you knew this last season. They didn't score goals last year. Who thought it was going to change overnight? Sign somebody. Or buy someone.
Adama came back.
I love Adama Traore. I love him.
Invisible this year.
But he's not a 20-goal scorer.
Invisible this year. Tell me one thing Adama Traore has done this year.
I don't think I've watched a single game.
Wolves. You have zero reason to watch Wolves. No identity, no stars, the most boring football. They don't even have. They just appointed a manager.
But I mean, you look at. I mean, they signed Kalajic or whatever, the 6'9" monster, and he died immediately. Unfortunate. It is. Maybe he could have come and done something. You got a David Traore. You have Diego Costa, who I don't know why that was the guy you went for. You had He Chang Huang. You had Chiquino. You had
Jimenez.
You got Jimenez, and you got Pedro Neto. You got Ruben Neves. You got the Boubacar Traore. Cadence. Jaume Coutinho.
You sold Connor Cody.
Yeah, Connor Cody. I mean,
what's the point of this club?
Ruben Neves is fun.
And yeah, exactly. And like, they were fun to watch when they were Portugal. And now Nuno's gone. They still have some of those Portuguese players, but it's different. It's not the same.
No, there's talks of them.
Yeah, I wish.
I do and I don't. I don't think you could relive when he had it going. I don't think you could restart that.
That's fair. I can get behind that.
I think they have a great goalkeeper. It's just
No, yeah. If I'm not mistaken as well, I think Jose Sa is one of the best statistical or analytical, keepers. Yeah. So
and then the final result that has happened so far on the Sunday fixture is one of the biggest, most important ones. Aston Villa won 4-0 over Brentford. Of course, Aston Villa did sack Steven Gerrard midweek.
Finally.
Big fan.
Oh my God! How many times at the start of the season wow? Let's rewind. How many times at the start of the season did we go, Gerrard's the first manager getting sacked, and then
he wasn't the first, unfortunately.
Yeah,
unfortunately. Yeah. But genuinely, I said to myself, well, they spent money. Villa spent money and bought a good team. This team wants to challenge for Europa League.
Yeah.
And now they find themselves on relegation. So, something had to change. Someone had to go.
Again.
Yes.
Like,
nothing changed.
Yeah.
Something had to go. And you can say the players have underperformed dramatically. I am disgusted by Philippe Coutinho's lack of anything.
I remember how everybody was going, oh, they kept Coutinho.
That was my man to watch for Villa.
Yeah.
My video, I said, I think Philippe Coutinho can bring back the Philippe Coutinho vibes we remember at Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah. And no, that's insane. And yeah, you said that you mentioned that he wasn't the first manager to get sacked. Every time a manager got sacked, me personally, I was going, damn it, But at the same time, I'm also going, really, another one. He survived another one. But yeah, no. Anyways, anything else from the land of England?
I don't think too much. I mean,
the land of Ang.
When this is uploaded on Monday, we will have Bournemouth, big bottom there. West Ham get results going. Otherwise, David Moyes could be getting sacked as well because they are 17th.
Holy!
So wake up, Davy Moyes. But no, let's move on from the Premier League.
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to the French league. The Uber Eats Ligue 1. I forgot the name of Ligue 1 for some reason. I don't know why.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the Parisians.
Because the Parisians.
That's the only team that matters.
That is not where I'm
I know
going,
that's
in
not where you're gonna
fact.
go. I know where you're gonna go.
Oh, really?
Fantastic.
I don't think you do.
Oh,
I am not going to Monaco. Yeah, but we can talk about them as well. I will give you 4 guesses because 5 is absurd and 3 is too little. 4 guesses as to who the second club right now who is occupying a Champions League spot.
sitting second?
Yes, in Ligue 1.
Olympique Marseille?
No. That's one guess. We all know the other one's PSG, so.
Yeah. It's not any of the big teams. I'm gonna go with Reims.
Close, but no. Well, not really, because Reims is 14th, but
I don't follow French football very closely. What about Angers?
no. In fact, last, but almost final
Who
guess.
else is French? Who else is French? Okay, I'm gonna go with shit.
No.
Who else is French? Nonce.
You know what? No. Ooh, okay. No. Lens.
Lens. Okay.
Yes. I'm looking through the table today, and I almost spit out the water that wasn't in my mouth.
Fair enough. I do know Lens.
Yeah.
Didn't think of them, but I do.
That's
know
what I'm
Lens.
saying. That's what I'm saying. 27 points, currently sitting, I'm not fantastic at math, but 5 points behind PSG right now. Or top spot in Ligue 1.
I'm going through their team.
Wow.
Got Jimmy Cabot. Do you know the guy that discovered Canada?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was a guy named Jimmy Cabot.
Also, and it doesn't stop there. The Champions League qualification spot, Lorient. The Europa League spot is Rennes. And then the Europa Conference League is Marseille. That means Lille, Monaco, Olympique Lyon, Nice, all not close to even having European football.
The French league is being ruined by PSG
Fair.
in terms of they just have the buying power.
All the money goes to them.
Yeah.
You watch a PSG match and you watch a Lens match and you go, here's the Parc de France. And here's I'm not gonna pretend I know where Lens plays. But you see the discrepancies of all of these places, all these clubs, because other than Marseille, Lille, Lyon, even it may be Lille, even it may be a stretch too. Not in regards to the club itself, but more in the money it's bringing in. But
Stadium is Estadio Bolleret Delays.
good. You probably had a fantastic time on that French trip, eh? Yeah.
La France, what does that say to you?
Estadio Bolleret de yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of vowels in that one.
Bolleret Dele Alli.
Deli Alley. You know the Canada's official French.
Yeah, exactly. Did have to take it for 5 years, but
For longer.
you idiot. But I can get behind this Ligue 1 call.
I did actually watch PSG versus Olympique Marseille
Good
because it
match.
was on TV. It was on I believe.
Yes, yeah.
And I watched it, and I watched Messi hit the crossbar. And
then the goal late in that game. Did you see that one?
It was a good game. It was okay because I think Olympique Marseille has had an okay start. Then I was like, you know what? Hey, challenge. He did not challenge PSG. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I watched Messi and Neymar and Mbappe.
And that is the thing. I think if you want to watch the stars, you go and watch PSG. If you want to go and watch football and enjoy the game, you can watch literally anybody else. Because those matches, those Ligue 1 matches, sometimes you just watch them and you're going, what is happening?
I am shocked you didn't go to the Lille Monaco game.
I was going to gonna get there.
4-3.
Yeah.
Jonathan Davids didn't score, but he's part of that team. He actually got the worst rating out of the entire 11.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Okay, though, Jado, we still love you. Don't get hurt, please.
Yeah, please. You know what? Hey, that's fine. You don't go too
Go
hard.
to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. But you mentioned Jonathan David didn't score in that game. 1 goal behind Mbappe right now for in a massive race for the Golden Boot. Mbappe, David, Neymar, and Tareem Maffi, who it has come up a couple times in our career mode, scored a couple big goals against Rasta. And the interesting thing is, there's been some ties to United.
A lot of speculation that Manchester United is tracking him and interested in Moffi. So never know.
But the only reason why I actually do mention that is because 4-horse race. 2 of them is Neymar and Mbappe. One's a Canadian, and this other guy is played in the championship.
100%. It's great seeing David still up there. I thought he maybe was a 1 season wonder. He was a great season last year or 2 years ago.
Don't say that to Maddie. Maddie will genuinely have a conversation with you on whether or not Jonathan David is the best Canadian in the world over Alphonso Davies.
He might be. I think Alphonso,
and that's interesting to go from what you were just saying of whether he was a flash in the pan to here.
Well, I thought Alphonso Davies was going to be as well.
Fair enough.
I mean, Alphonso Davies went from, I watched him play for Vancouver Whitecaps. I said, this kid's really good. But is he Bayern Munich good? Because after the transfer being announced, is he Bayern Munich good? I don't know. He definitely went there and raised his game.
Yeah, now
he improved.
Now Real Madrid and Barcelona are going.
My thing is, Jonathan David is a great goal. I want to see him.
Yeah.
I want to see him. I don't care if it's Spain,
Villa,
Germany, or England, or wherever. Go. And let's see if you can do it there. I'm sure you can, but I want to see it happen. So, Canada's doing okay. Dejan Buchanan starting as European. We got Eustachio doing his.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay. So this was another place I was going to go. Stefan Eustachio, big match for Porto as they played Benfica this weekend. And 27th minute, 3 minutes after receiving a caution, a yellow, Stefan Eustachio gets his second yellow and gets yossed from the match.
Not great.
They would go on to lose 1-0 as a match that I watched on and off a bit. And the Porto fans were none too happy.
I mean, that's fair.
Immediately after Eustachio got his red, I went onto Twitter and just put in Stefan Eustachio. And obviously I had to go through each tweet and go translate tweet, because they're all in Portuguese. And you know what? I think at a point I just started picking up on some like power words, and I was just like, okay, that means shit. You know, you're just like,
they get in 24th and 27th minute.
It just shows stupidity.
You lost your head there. 100%.
You did. It showed immaturity as well. You showed that, and I think it's very difficult to see. Because that's a derby match essentially for
season.
And you sit there and you've been having a fantastic run for them, been scoring in the Champions League, been their starting CDM in a midfield of 4 guys. and you're consistently in there. You're consistently the top in the top team. Exactly. And then you do that. And then you do that in a big match that you're also going to then miss another match for. And then you're going to try and fight. You were already fighting for that spot to play it.
Now you have to earn it back in this.
Yeah.
So hopefully it works out. But maybe this World Cup break comes in.
Hopefully.
Kind of reset the Porto career.
Hopefully.
I want to talk about VAR. I want to talk about VAR because it's now in Scotland. Match day 12 is when, hey guys, we got VAR this week.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. You ready for this? Because we're not ready for this. Anarchy. Just absurd anarchy happens because the officiating levels in Scotland have never been great. But it's okay because, well, there's no review. It's what it is. You just suck it up. They're literally sponsored by Specsave, a glasses store. Just before halftime, there was the most clear and obvious penalty I've ever seen.
Wow.
I'm subscribed to Celtic TV. The commentators they have are the most biased individuals ever. Even they went, that's a penalty. Cameron Carter-Vickers went through the back of a man. Clear penalty. You know how long it took VAR to award the penalty?
How long?
3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes?
Yes.
Oh my god.
The referee stood in the same spot for 3 minutes. Went, don't come near me. No, back away. Back away. To then go, I'm going to go to the screen now. He goes to look at the screen. A child is standing there. He goes like this. Great. Just great. He looks at the screen for not even 30 seconds and goes, okay, penalty. What did VAR do?
Why? Dude?
What did the 3 minutes do?
Hey, no, just confirm. Just go over there, take a look. Yeah, good. I did good now. I did good. Hey, you did good.
It's just like, what is, okay, second half comes in. Again, clear handball in the box. What does VAR do? Nothing.
No, stop it.
Doesn't even acknowledge the fact.
Stop.
To the fact where Ange Postecoglou looks at the fourth official, just goes, and starts to laugh. He's laughing. He can't handle it. He goes, what did I just watch? Like, and everyone goes, referee on the field. Okay, you missed it. It happens. Why is VAR here?
Yeah.
If it doesn't step in. It then did step in again to give Hearts another penalty late in the game.
What?
To which had to be taken again. Joe Hart saves it. Has to then be retaken. Or I don't understand why. Because from my point of view, his foot was still on the line, but VAR goes, no, retake it.
It went to VAR too.
To retake the penalty.
Oh my god.
There was also
a Mickey Mouse promotion.
There was also a disallowed goal. That should not have been disallowed. There was an offside that they didn't have the lines drawn on screen.
No, trust. He's offside.
like
you guys don't see it. He's clearly offside.
So anyway, Celtic did win 4-3. Back and forth game. We scored in the 76th minute through Greg Taylor to win the game.
Yes.
Shout out to Greggy Taylor. He's probably been our best player for the past few months. Honestly. Fantastic. But yeah, after the game, everyone said the same thing. Celtic beat Hearts and VAR today. So congratulations, you double victory.
That's good.
But then Rangers draw 1-1 to Livingston. Rangers were 91st minute.
Nice.
Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Give this a hot take. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst will step down as Rangers manager. I assume World Cup, and I guarantee you Steven Gerrard will come back. Where is Stevie G going to go now? Is he going to go to the championship? I don't think so.
No, he wouldn't go.
He's going to go to a league that he knows he can win.
Yeah.
He's going to go back to Rangers, get a welcome home kind of thing.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I'm trying to think of someone in the championship for him.
I looked.
Did you?
I looked at the championship table. I don't see.
We are Sunderland.
The teams that are doing okay in the championship are not going to let go of their manager.
No, and the interesting thing is I was actually going to mention the table for the championship too. QPR is at the top of the
QPR are looking real good.
That's
I
pretty
with Blackburn Rovers.
Yes.
But I was looking through the table. I mean, like, yeah, okay, like Sunderland is 14th, Stoke are 17th, again are 19th, Middlesbrough are 21st, West Brom are 23rd. But West Brom, we gave Richard Beale a contract.
And do you think? Obviously, Vincent Kompany is the manager at Burnley, and that's a different situation, right? Like that's Vincent Kompany, who's not English. Obviously, has had a massive a massive success in the English market. But it's not Steven Gerrard, you know what I mean? So I don't.
He's actually doing okay. They're Burnley are third. They're doing fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly.
I have just this sneakiest suspicion. EVG will be back in Rangers.
Yeah.
I mean, Rangers they're second in the SPF. Oh, they're 26. Celtic are, but it's more the Champions League debacle.
Yeah.
For Rangers, they thought they could do something. I didn't think so. They were three great teams, but they've only scored one goal. They've conceded 16. No points. That's an embarrassment for a team that went to the Europa League final last.
Yeah.
Did they deserve to go to the Europa League final? Somehow. I don't know. But they did. I can see Van Bronckhorst stepping away from
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you on that. I can get because I think, like you said, it has to do with the European competitions and how often I remember sitting there and going, okay, maybe they can get this result, maybe they can get this result. I remember sitting there. I think their first match was against Ajax, and you're going, oh yeah, this will be a good match, and they got slaughtered, and they were not good in that match at all. Ajax looked like the
Ajax
2019,
yeah.
And you sit there and you go, oh, yeah, yeah, exactly. Things progressed, time went on, but yeah, no, exactly. Speaking of Dutch,
yes,
just kind of I think this is one of the last things I wanted to bring up here. Speaking of the Dutch. And we also already mentioned potentially a target for Manchester United. And I think this guy, he was a target for Manchester United. In fact, he has come out and said that he was very close to joining Manchester United this summer. But the season's continuing on. And he is the only guy who is currently outpacing Erling Haaland in goal contributions.
Is
Cody Gakpo. 13 goals and 11 assists between both the Eredivisie and European competitions. Cody Gakpo is the first player to score 10 plus goals and provide 10 plus assists in Europe's top 7 leagues and European competition this season, and the most goals plus assists in the Eredivisie this season. Cody Gakpo with 9 goals, 6 assists, 15 total. Now, I mentioned as well that he came out and vocally said that he was close to leaving PSV. Spoke to Eric Ten Hag a few times at Manchester United, and in the end, the deal didn't go through. It was a shame. Those are his words.
23 years old. You could see him joining.
Okay, but I mentioned that not because I think, oh, United should sign him. United should obviously sign him.
Yeah.
They just went 1-1 in a match that they should have had 3 goals in the first half. Why? They need a striker. They need somebody, a target man, right? They can't have Marcus Rashford going out there every game when Anthony Martial's left knee is hurt again. You know, you can't. You need a new guy, and whether that's Gakpo, whether that's the Mafi guy, but either way, as the season progresses, and if he continues the pace,
how much will he cost?
How much will he cost? I mean, it's not like other teams are going, who's Cody Gakpo? I haven't seen this guy before.
Well, I know he just played Arsenal, same group as Arsenal, Europa League. That's a club that could. I think Gabriel Jesus is great, but what happens when he's down and Eddie Nketiah really the guy? I don't know.
Maybe this is an unfair one because Lucas isn't here, but could Liverpool use him? We're taking a look. They just signed Darwin. And
the thing with Liverpool is I don't feel that they do back to back.
No, I don't. That's why I was kind of hesitant too. And
I couldn't see you because really, Cody Gakpo will probably go.
I'm trying to remember what he was at this summer.
If he's having the season that he's having, and PSV goes, well, Ajax just got 100 million for Anthony. Why can we not get 70, 80 million?
Yeah, but he's different. Choco Benito, baby. But the thing was they were going to see how they did in their qualifying match for the Champions League. I believe they went on to lose it. I guess because they're in the Europa League. I forget who it was against.
They lost to
Was it Rangers? I think you're right. It was Rangers because I'm thinking. I think it was Van Bronckhorst and
yes, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
and it was and their manager is Ruud van Nistelrooy. So yeah, I was trying to remember that. I remember watching that match specifically because they brought in Xavi Simons. I'm sitting there. I'm like, why are you just now bringing him in? Anyways, whatever. That's off topic. But yeah, they were going to wait and see how that went. They lost. Didn't make the move. And now we're sitting here and we're going, oh, wow, Manchester United needs a guy to score. Ronaldo's doing this. And now here's Gakpo doing his thing. And now the price is going up. Other teams are going, oh.
I mean, I think for sure United was not considering Ronaldo not being a part of the team, really. I think they thought Ronaldo was going to be a part of this.
Yeah, well, it was around the time when he was saying, oh, I gotta go. But at the same time, look at how often was I sitting here going, guys, chill. He's staying. He's staying, right? I'm sure that's what they were saying. Yeah.
But he's not emotionally staying.
Well, he's leaving in January. But hey, I was still right. To wrap up as well for today, MLS playoffs are in full swing. Just wanted to mention CF Montreal.
Dunzo out.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, lost to the defending champions, NYCFC. That's unfair. Give us a chance.
Canada's gone.
Come on. No, but hey, some exciting games coming up. El Tráfico. Did you catch El Tráfico?
I did not catch El Tráfico, but I heard all about it.
Dude, it was so good. The last 10 minutes of the match. Well, I mean, I think they had 3 goals in the last 10 minutes or something like that.
It was 2. There was 2. 1-1 at halftime, going into the final 10 minutes when hell broke loose. LAFC scored in the 80th. 5th was Galaxy. 93rd was Arango.
Chicho. Yes. It was.
So just talk me through, because I know a lot of people do not watch him. So now that LA Galaxy are now out of the playoff.
Yes, they are out of the playoffs.
Adios, muchachos.
And then LAFC moves on. And then today, FC Dallas and Austin FC. I think it's Austin FC.
Why did Gareth Bale?
I don't know.
Out injured?
No,
he's not in the team at all.
But you know what's interesting? Take a look at when Chiellini came in. Yeah. In the El Tráfico. So I don't know what's going on there with their but at the same time, Ricky Puig I can never say his name, so I immediately
Puig.
I try and butcher it however I can. I'm gonna call him Ricky Puig. I don't care. I always give this whatever PSA. Shut up. But he's playing for the LA Galaxy all the time, and he's producing. He's fun to watch, man. But now that match too between FC Dallas and Austin FC. Is it Austin FC? Can you see it there?
Yeah, they went through
Austin FC. But yeah, Austin FC was up 2-0. FC Dallas scored a nice one. They were coming through. Now they couldn't get the equalizer. It's going to be LAFC versus Austin FC. Austin FC became a club, if I'm not mistaken, just last year.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
So a lot of fun storylines to follow in the MLS as well.
NYFC will win it all because Ronnie.
Hey, sure.
Not even.
Yeah, exactly. CPL also in playoffs
yeah. Canadian Premier League playoffs are underway. Atletico Ottawa and Pacific drew 1-1, and Forge beat Calvary 2-1.
Ooh, can you see the aggregate on that Cavalry?
Score was Atletico Ottawa going through 3-1. Aggregate score was 3-2 for Forge.
No!
Forge and Atletico Ottawa go.
And the only, because again, Cavalry's Calgary, so they are the Battle of Alberta, the rivals to us.
Forge in that game.
Really? Man, I wanted to watch that match too. I missed it. The reason why, because I just realized I gave a massive reaction to a win or a loss, for our rival. I wanted us to go on a trip. Yeah, I really did. I think Cavalry's, I believe it's called Craven. No, Craven, am I saying Craven Cottage? Fulham. Okay, it is Cottage something though. Because
They play. They play at.
Oh my God.
Atco Field, Spruce Meadows.
Spruce Meadows. There we go. Spruce Meadows. I knew it was something beautiful. That's why I went with Craven Cottage. But I want a beautiful atmosphere there. Liam Harobin over at Kicked Back, presented by Uber One. He also went to a game there, and
I think we will definitely do more CPL content FC Edmonton abroad, because I mean the CPL is growing.
I do want to mention, because you do say FC Edmonton. Rumors are rumors, so we don't want to perpetuate things, obviously. The only reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people always in our comments go, support local, go watch your local teams. And we do. And we love going to FC Edmonton matches. It's genuinely one of my
good players that play there, the ones that you enjoy watching.
And you can get up close and personal with everything. It's an experience. That's what local football is. And the reason why I mention this is because there have been some things swirling, and again, I don't want this to come out of A, context, and B, like it's gospel and I'm breaking this news. But there have been rumblings that A, there could be a relocation of FC Edmonton or just a straight up fold. And the only reason, again, why I want to bring this up is because supporting local is very important. If Edmonton is going to lose FC Edmonton has been a part of the community for over a decade, a very long time, and longer than it feels like.
Yes.
And if Edmonton loses that, especially in the time where the biggest Canadian star who is pushing your national team to their first World Cup in over 30 years is from Edmonton, and that same city doesn't even have a professional club, would be such a sad thing for Canadian soccer And it's such a sad thing for Edmonton soccer and the Edmonton community. And it would be such a poor reflection, not only on Canadian soccer, not only on Edmonton soccer, but on Edmontonians in general. And so I think just kind of to wrap it, if there are really any passionate people from Edmonton, but passionate people who care about local sports in general, not just football, sports in general, please be active in those communities, because like I'm a lacrosse fan. When the Edmonton Rush left, I cried. It was a
I remember
tough time.
I remember it's like you said though, Edmonton, especially. I mean, growing up here, we are pretty much a sports city, especially hockey.
Yep.
But we also did support other things. I mean, we used to have one of the highest attendances of Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
We used to have commercial lacrosse. We used to have, our junior hockey. We now have basketball.
Yeah, Edmonton Stingers
and baseball.
Look at the World Cup, or the Women's World Cup, consistently putting out top attendance
at
numbers.
The 60,000 people that went to watch Team Canada qualify for the World Cup in minus 20 degrees or minus 10 degrees. 60,000 people. Why can we not get 5,000 go to a FC Edmonton match?
Exactly. FC Edmonton is the one club, and this is based off last season's numbers, the only club in the CPL last year who was not able to average 1,000 fans.
I mean, I think a lot can be changed. Advertising and marketing of FC Edmonton. The culture has to be created.
By
and it hasn't
Edmontonians. Yeah.
But by the club.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Edmontonians have not bought in. They haven't joined.
Yeah.
They haven't got on the band. They haven't given the team a chance. I mean, this is a rebrand with the CPL, and they haven't been given the chance yet.
And yes, like, they're not the best team. But
there's a reason behind that.
100%.
And the team is not terrible watching them.
They're a great team to watch. There's so many like personalities and players that you can get behind. Toby Warshevsky, Wesley Timoteo. I mean, Luke Singh plays with his quads out for 90 minutes, and he is just he's a god. He is a god. Every time, because again, after these matches, you can get up close and personal with these guys. You can shake their hands, and every time I say to him, "You're the man, dude." This guy is younger than me in the TFC academy, but you sit there and you go, "It's
something there."
Football." Exactly. At the end of the day, it's football. And it's your community, and you get to sit there and it's small. You have those traveling members from cavalry coming up, and it's fun. You have a good atmosphere, and it's something that every person that I talk to after going to an FC Edmonton match, they go, "Man, I got to go to more of these."
I mean, at the end of the day, hopefully FC Edmonton does hold. Hopefully we can stick around in Edmonton, support our local. That goes to anyone who's out there. Support your local team wherever you are. Yes, enjoy your Premier League, your La Liga, your Bundesliga. Enjoy your big league. You know, at the end of the day, those are fun, fantastic things to watch. But support that local team, however many divisions down. Give them, your watch a game, buy a kit, something like that.
There's a reason why they call it grassroots football, and it's because the football that you love and know starts there. That's where you need to really get into the game. But we've bantered for a while.
It's been a good conversation. I mean, just the two of us today. We were like, what are we going to talk about? But I think we filled our time pretty well. If you're on those audio apps, I should have mentioned earlier, but thank you very much for listening. Of course, always appreciate you guys a lot more than we give you credit for. Make sure you are following, subscribing, liking, sharing, all that good stuff. Check us out on YouTube for the career mode series that is up and running. And remember, we do those episodes live on twitch.tv/the 90th minute official. So drop the follow on Twitch there. And remember to check out uber.com/Uber1. Get all your discounts there. ONE, of course. But from the Sunday League Pundits presented by Uber One, we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Peace.